Hello, Libra gang. I'm really pulled to do a special reading for you all because I feel like there's a lot of energies right now, um, interfering energies uh, in the environment, and it seems to be particularly connected with the archetype of Libra. And what I mean by that is that it seems like there's this kind of like thwarting energy, blocking energy around the archetype of Libra, not wanting communication to come through, not wanting, Libra's voice to be heard, okay? A lot of Libras, air signs in particular, have been pretty much on the down low recently, really pulling back, which isn't the air sign nature, right? Like the air sign nature tends to be more social and wanting to interact, but there's definitely been this movement within when it comes to the air element. And I feel like it's this gathering, this gathering of strength, this gathering of momentum that's happening beneath the surface, all right? Because there's something that's going to emerge from that. And it was 1:22 on the clock when I said that, okay? These energies are coming in real strong. This 2 energy is really coming in strong. 1:22, it's like you've been standing singular for a long time now. You've had to stand in your truth. You've had to stand in your position with a lot of opposition and a lot of energies running counter to what you were set to do because you were put on that path. You were put on that path. 11 years ago, you were put on that path, right? Back in 2010, you were put on that path. There's the 11 again. 11 breaks down to 2, okay? There's the 2. You've been in partnership with spirit up till this point, okay? A lot of what's been happening for you in your life, over this past decade has been all about you really staying true to that inner knowing, that comes from your soul. And a lot of the choices you've made may not have made sense to people around you. You may have experienced some fallout. You may have experienced some argumentative people or people who just couldn't get down with what you were rocking because they didn't understand where you were coming from, but they don't have the vision that you do. And what they don't understand is that vision is something that came in for you back in 2010. You knew you had to do something. You had a mission you were given. I'm speaking to a very specific collective here, okay? This needed to come through. It needed to come through so strongly. So, this applies to anybody who runs strong Libra energy, okay? Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising, Libra Venus, okay? Libra North Node. You were given a mission, There was something that you were supposed to achieve. And it wasn't easy. And a lot of it had to do with healing and integration and closing a karmic cycle. I'm just calling in some clearing energy with this bay leaf, okay? There's been a few times now when I've tried to do readings for Libras. And the messages have been blocked just by interfering energies, outside interfering energies. Not because I don't have the ability to communicate what needs to be communicated. In fact, the messages are wanting to come through. Now, I'm not all about, doom and gloom. Can people try to thwart your energy? Can people do workings to try to silence you? Absolutely. Can that create hindrances? It can, if you're not on your shit, If you don't regularly purify yourself, if you're sloppy, if you're sloppy in how you run your energy, how you maintain your environment. And when I'm speaking of environment, I'm referring not just to your home, you know, your altar spaces, but also your community, you know, the people you connect with, the people you allow into your space. Boundaries are important, you know. I got my tourmaline on today. I made sure to put on all my medicines, man. My waruro seeds, you know. My medicine bag, which I'm not going to show. Never show anybody your medicine bag, okay? You know, I've been trying to give these readings. There's a lot of information that wants to come through. I've been wanting to give Libras the support, you know, and I haven't been able to do it because there's been these outside energies interfering with the readings, you know. Had 60% on my battery when I went to go and do a Libra wild card reading the other day. Right in the middle of the reading, right as the download's coming in, phone just shuts off. Out of nowhere, no reason. There is plenty of juice to do the reading, okay? Just shut down. So I first wanted to come on and relay the messages that got blocked for that reading that wanted to come in. And I'm going to give you all a wild card reading too. We're not going to pass that up, okay? But I wanted to make sure that those downloads were delivered. It's important. You know, one of the things that came in is I was walking out and about, you know, in this snowstorm that we got going on over here in Detroit. I kind of anticipated that it was going to be a hassle, you know, to get to one of my reading spots. I thought, oh, you know, the snow. Sometimes it's really quite a lot to navigate on foot, you know, and we really had quite a bit of snow come in. And so I had this like almost this expectation that it was going to be really difficult to get where I needed to go. But actually, it was really easy. All the roads were clear, all the roads were open, and I got where I needed to get quite simply. And that was a surprise to me. And so 7:33 on the clock when I said that just now, a lot of synchronicities coming in, okay? But what that relayed to me is that there's a lot of Libras right now who kind of feel like, you know, they anticipate the worst. You know, the Libra collective has been working through a lot of shit, integrating a lot of heavy stuff. We've closed out major karmic cycles, you know, and we're just about to open up our new chapter, you know, that 0 point, where we go on that fool's journey and that road opens up before us and it's all brand new and we get to take all that juju, you know, that we built up from all the times we were, you know, slogging through the shit, doing our healing work, our personal healing work, okay? We've been very fucking accountable, all right? But we, you know, we're a little worse for the wear at this point. We've been through a lot. And people around us have really disappointed us. You know, people we really believed in, people we really invested in, people we trusted, right? There's been a lot of that fucking 7 of Swords energy cutting through Libra's life. You know, it's not been easy to integrate, but Libra as a archetype, you know, has really moved through that, moved through their attachments. You know, we know how to wield the sword when necessary. Queen of Swords, King of Swords, right? We know how to wield that sword when necessary. We know how to cut out the bullshit. We know how to cut off attachments. We know how to recognize when we've allowed ourselves to get like too entangled in the bullshit. And we know how to be real with ourselves, be honest with ourselves, and cut that crap out. You know, people think, you know, that Libras are just all amicable and, oh, sure, you know, I just want to keep the peace. Those people have never had a Libra Queen of Swords their fucking ass. When a Libra's done, a Libra's fucking done. They will close shit out so efficiently, so completely, okay? And we've really been doing a lot of that work. And we've even elevated the energy, okay? It's like the motivation isn't coming from this like base instinct where it's like, oh gosh, I need to, fuck this person over because they fucked me over. So I'm just going to cut them off and have nothing to do with them. No, actually, we've done so much shadow work that we've been able to look at these situations. We've been able to look at these people that we've had challenges with and go, I get it. You're still there. You're still there. You're still hanging out in the shadow. You're still attached to the story of what was, and it's not what is anymore. It's not what's up. It's not what's going down right now. And I can't help you with that, man. I can't. Because I spent so much fucking time there. I can't stay there any longer. I can't stay there any longer. And I can't wait for you to catch up. I need to step into my light. I'm ready for that. It's my time. It's my time to step into my light. And I understand the resistance, and I understand why you're stirring up shit, and I understand why you got all this drama going on. I understand you don't want me to step into my light. You don't want me to have my moment. People have this misperception. They think like everything is just like handed to Libra. It's like, oh, why does Libra get blessed up? They don't understand how hard we've worked for everything that we have. How hard we've worked for it. How much we've sacrificed. How much we've had to look at our own shit. How much we've had to let go. That we really didn't want to let go. They don't get it. They don't get it. And it's always easier to kind of like, look at somebody else, begrudge them what they earned, or to sink into lower vibrational energies, feel envious or feel competitive or any of this bullshit the Libras have been dealing with for a minute now, a hot fucking minute. But they don't understand. Like, we want you to win too. We love love. We love harmony. We live for fucking justice. It's our archetype. We are the justice archetype. We are the representation of karma. We're all about that shit. We want you to reap what you've sown. And yeah, if you've been cruel, if you've been playing games, if you've been up to some shady shit, yeah, we want you to reap what you've sown. We do. But we're not going to be the ones who are going to go and waste our time and our energy doling out anything to you. We don't have time for fucking revenge. We're not petty like that. At least not the Libras that are running their energy and working with their archetype, in a higher sense. I'm not saying there aren't Libras who aren't shady as fuck, and manipulative and don't run their energy in a mindful manner, because there absolutely is. Right? No sign's perfect, okay? No sign's perfect. But Libras are just patiently waiting right now, They're patiently waiting. They're like, okay, I know, I feel it. I feel it. I feel it coming. I feel the momentum, that moment when I break out of the old cycle, those shackles fall away, because that's what it feels like. It feels like a fucking liberation. Those shackles fall away and I step into the light of all that I earned and worked so fucking hard for. over this past 11-year period. It's coming to its culmination point. And the reason why there's the resistance in your environment around you, people feel it. They feel it. Those same people that had you fucking under their thumb, those same people that kept you down, those same people who talked behind your back, who tried to sabotage you, those same people, they don't want to see you in your power. They don't want to see you in your power, but that's too fucking bad. Because it's time. It's time. And it's not about holding power over anybody. It's about reclaiming ourselves. After too many years of giving ourselves away, piecemealing ourselves out, making it about everybody else, right? It's a reclaiming. They don't understand that. We want you to win too. There's no competition. It's not about that for us. It's not. You know? So, this was a big message that came through was don't anticipate, Libras, that what has been has any resemblance to where you're going, because it doesn't. You're stepping into a whole new paradigm, all right? And it's beautiful. It doesn't mean there will never be challenges involved in it. There will be. There always is. That's life. That's the nature of life. You're here to grow. You're always going to be challenged. Nothing's ever going to be perfect, okay? But you're stepping into a very prosperous, blessed up cycle. It's coming. It's building. And what's happening right now, the reason why there is the delay is it's a test. There's always a test. There's always an initiatory test before you level up. And this test is about your level of trust. Can you trust yourself? Can you trust the way you've moved through these 11 years, the way you've handled your shit, the way you've interacted with others, the way you've, handled challenges that came up for you, the way you've worked through your own healing process, the way you've held your side, your peace in all these situations? Can you trust that you did the right thing? Can you trust that you acted out of integrity? Can you trust spirit? Can you trust spirit? The spirit's on your side. The spirit knows. The spirit knows what you've done. Spirit's seeing your work. This is about the trust fall for Libras right now. There's a space. There's a space before it comes, but it's certainly building. And what is that space about? What's working beneath the surface? What is it that you can't see right now? What you can't see right now is that there's a lot of soul connections coming in for you. You're about to be reunited with your soul tribe. Some of these people may be people from your past who've gone through their own evolutionary process. They've gone through their own growth process. And they're coming in at this point, at this pivotal point, because in some way, shape, or form, they're here to do some work with you. It's the energies that come together. Remember, we talked about the singular, the one, and the two. These numbers have been coming in a lot. 1 and 2. 1, the inception point. 1, we did that work solitary. We integrated our lessons. Now we're ready for the 2. All right? We're ready for the partnerships. We're ready for the people to come in that are meant to show up at this pivotal time that's coming in, because together our energies is going to create something that needs to come into the world. It's essential. On my way to do the reading the other day, I found a bundle, not just like one, a bundle of red threads. And the red thread is a very powerful symbol for me. And the red thread is a powerful symbol all over the world, across all different cultural backgrounds. Okay? It is said that there is a red thread of destiny that connects all souls that are meant to unite, and that nothing can tear that apart. Because it's ordained by providence. It's what is meant to come in, because there is something that is to be birthed from that connection that brings something of benefit into the world. That's what this whole journey has been about. So you're about to connect with your people. And go ahead, mourn the loss of those that are falling away, because there are going to be people that fall away. Not everybody can go with you on this journey. And not everybody that's coming in is somebody you've known in the past. There will be some of those reunions for sure. That's definitely coming in for Libras. But some will be people that you meet them and you just feel like, oh my God, I've known you my whole life, even though you've never met them before in the flesh. It's a very important time, you know, but there's definitely trickster energy out there, all right? Whenever you get close to actually like connecting with your purpose, trickster energy picks up. And that's that thwarting energy. That's that blocking energy, okay? So be on your shit. It's nothing you have to worry about as long as you are tending to your business, okay? A priestess makes all things sound. A priestess makes all things sound. That begins with you. Or a priest. For my men that are watching, I acknowledge you too. Okay? You know, make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Make sure that you're investing in yourself. Make sure that you are taking time to smoke cleanse your environment, smoke cleanse yourself. Make sure that you are taking time to grieve what you need to grieve, to release emotionally what you need to release. Make sure that you're, you know, clearing things out of your environment, things you no longer need to hold on to, you know, possessions that are just sitting around collecting dust. Let go, let go, let go. Be like the snake, like shed your skin, shed your skin, shed your skin. Snake is associated with the sign of Libra. It is the animal totem for the sign of Libra. And snakes are about transformation. They're nothing to be feared. I hear a lot of people, you know, a lot of readers say really negative things about snakes. And snake medicine is powerful medicine. And it's not evil, you know, it's not. It's about alchemy. It's about imbibing the poison to transmute it. Raise the energy to a higher vibration, slough off the old skins, the old identities, the old thought patterns, the old bullshit, you know, that no longer serves what's needed for transformation. Very powerful medicine, snake medicine. You know, it's also very sensual medicine. And we're coming into that time too, you know. Our sensuality is waking up, you know, but it's on a different level. It's about being nourished by our own sensual nature instead of needing that necessarily nourished by another. And it's that quality of ownership of our sensuality that is actually going to connect us with the ideal romantic partner as well, that can meet us in that space where it's not just about sex, but it's about the alchemy that can occur when two conscious people come together, you know, and raise that experience of intimacy to a whole other level. There's a lot of beautiful stuff coming in for Libras in 2022. This is a very important year for us. And, you know, we have a ways to go, a little bit longer to go, you know, focusing on ourselves, really getting ourselves in that place of readiness to step into the future. And I know I've done this all channeled, okay? But I do want to bring in just a few cards and just see what they have to say, to sort of like back up the messages that I already brought in and came through. Ooh, this one's not going to get away from us, you know? Yeah. 6 of Swords, right? This is what we're doing right now. We're preparing to leave the old energy behind and move into the new energy. You know? We're connecting with our intuitive wisdom. We've already illuminated what was in the dark. We already know what's been happening beneath the surface. We already know what's been going on around us in our environment. We know who's been doing what. We know exactly where, you know, the sabotaging energies are coming from. We're not in the dark about that. We're able to hold that, you know. Libras are able to hold the shadow within the light, and vice versa, the light within the shadow. Okay, that's what our balance is really about. It's not about indecisiveness. It's about the ability to see the totality of it all and find the center balancing point within that. So we know what's up, you know. We understand that our time's coming, you know, with this 3 of Wands energy. We're just waiting. It's just a matter of waiting right now. We can be patient. We can trust. The ships are coming in. You know, everything that we worked for is going to come to fruition. You need to remember that, you know, you got to clear out your fears, your anxieties about the future. You know, you can't let this past energy hound you. You know, for some of you, a Leo has been very disruptive in your life, you know, with this lion energy kind of, you know, always stalking, you know, always kind of, you know, attached in your energy field. Some of you need to cut cords with a Leo. Really important. You know, you need to release them from your energetic space because they can't come where you're going. You know, but it's really time to move out of that anxiety energy. It's just all smoke and mirrors. It has no bearing in where you're really heading, you know? Yeah, there's been a lot of people, you know, in your space that don't belong there with this Page of Swords energy. This energy's been really persistent and relentless. You know, there's a lot of people watching. They're not necessarily saying anything. They're just watching. They're watching and waiting to see what you'll do. But they don't understand, like, you don't have time for any of that. You already built your bridge. You got the fuck over it. You know where you're heading. You're not dealing with lack of fulfillment anymore. You're not dealing with people, places, things that can't meet you, that aren't ready, you know, to be open, emotionally available. Like you're not down with that anymore. You're ready for your new adventure. You have a higher purpose, you know, you need to serve. And that's what this cycle is all about for you. You're going to be connecting with your purpose. Temperance energy coming in. There's that alchemizing energy. There's the 2, right? The 2 cups, the 2 of cups. The 1 becomes 2. Temperance is associated with Sagittarius, okay? The archetype of Sagittarius. Anybody can run those energies. You may be dealing with the Sagittarius. It's possible. You know, but this is about you really understanding your worth. You did a lot of refining, right? You were like coal and you were pressurized in that time in the shadow. And now you're like this brilliant diamond. You see things with clarity, okay? And you're just staying balanced in that, waiting for the people that you're meant to connect with to come on in. And it brings the 10 of Cups energy there. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Cups. To the Queen of Pentacles. All right? So this time of abundance and flourishing, like I talked about at the beginning of the reading. One more card, cut of the deck. Are you kidding me? The Lovers. And 6 is also about connecting with your purpose. That's something that's really coming in, connecting with your purpose. But there are important people coming in, and they will help you connect with your purpose. Because it's not just a purpose for one, but it's when two come together. Their energy activates the purpose. And that's the message I had for you all that got blocked the other day. Wild card reading coming up for you guys later this week. Please, like, subscribe, pass it on. I'd appreciate it. Helps build the channel, and I want to keep these readings coming for you all. All right. Until then.